best of the best high school players coming from all over the Philippines battle for supremacy here at the first Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. A warm welcome once again to everyone watching our matches on the opening day of our tournament. We are still coming to you live from the San Andres Arena here in Manila. Our games earlier, we saw University of Santo Tomas winning in 3 sets, King's Montessori winning in straight sets, Far Eastern University winning in straight sets as well. And our game earlier before this, we had Bacolod Tung winning in straight sets as well. For our next matches, we have DLSL versus Gracel College, Christian College Foundation Inc. So 2 very talented teams as well. Let's now head on to our Shakey's pregame huddle. This game is brought to you by Shakey's Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojos now.
So we have 16 teams divided into 4 pools. This preliminary round matches is going to be best of 3. Top 2 teams per pool advances to the next round. And these 8 teams will play in crossover quarterfinals. The finals will be knockout games and played in best of 5 sets.
Yeah, so very competitive volleyball we should be expecting, but let's now take a look at our groupings. We have 4 groups: Pool A, Pool B, Pool C, and Pool D. So for this match, we will be seeing games from Pool A, that is Gracel Christian College Foundation and DLSL Lipa. Earlier, we saw Pool B play. So very competitive and talented teams in each of the 4 groups. Let's now take a look at our first squad today. This is DLSL Lipa. The DLSL Lipa volleyball program has produced talented players over the years, and they impress in different regional and national tournaments with players such as middle blockers Riza Nicole Mamaylao, Dominique Caringal, and outside hitter Shane Di Maano, opposite hitter Maizen Silva, and libero Raika Amaya, already making a name for themselves. Their head coach is Imelda A. Mendoza. Let's now take a look at the second team or their opponent, Gracel Christian College Foundation Inc.
That's correct. This is another team flying under the radar heading into our tournament. And of course, makakasama nila sa pool na to NU, Nazareth School, and the University of Perpetual Health System, Talta. And of course, even though they may be one of the less heralded squads in the group, hindi sila pushovers. They've won some actually of the tournaments here na first place pa sila. So again, for this game, it's going to be another tough one.
But before anything else, let's now turn you over to the floor announcer for
We're still here at the San Andres Sports Complex for the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. This is match number 5, the game between the DLSL Lipa Green Stallions and the Gracel Christian College Foundation Lady Wolverines. Let's meet both teams, starting with the Gracel Christian College Foundation Lady Wolverines, led by their team captain number 17, Rian Bedural. And first libero, number 7, Lavinia Sadoncilla. And their teammates, number 2, Sherry Acosta. Number 3, Lian Pimentel. Number 6, Samantha Carianga. Number 8, Jasmine Palalon. Number 10, Frances Rotoni. Number 11, Micah Dalmasio. Number 12, Jasmine Monte. Number 13, Nakisha Saberon. Number 15, Lian Crisostomo. Number 16, Ashley Mukilias. Number 18, Jomelin Nadala. And their second libero is number 22, Lizelle K. Cabarro. And now, here come the DLSL Lipa Green Stallions, led by their team captain, number 7, Shane Di Maano. And first libero, number 11, Gabriel Reyes. Here come their teammates. Number 1, Sofia Las. Number 2, Luisa Di Mayuga. Number 5, Daniel Aldovino. Number 6, Eliana Rocafort. Number 8, Aisha Tienza. Number 10, Sandra Ramirez. Number 12, Mezine De Silva. Number 16, Vida Caringal. Number 17, Riza Mamaliao. Number 18, Kashima Miranda. Number 19, Angeline Abelardo. And their second libero is number 3, Reika Amata. Our officials for this game. First referee, Ronaldo Lumagbas, national referee. Second referee, Richard Rivera, national referee.
We now see both squads shaking hands as well as their coaches and coaching staff as we approach the beginning of this 5th match of the day. De La Salle Pa versus Grisel Christian College Foundation. But first, again, as it is the opening day and first matches or games of each squad, they also have a photo op before the match starts. First up is Grisel Christian College Foundation with their head coach, Coach Wata.
Watamama Makalangan Jr. That's the head coach of Grisel. And sabi nila kanina yun, they've actually won some of the competitions earlier, PNBF and NCR meet first place. Dun sa NCR meet, they won against NU. So alam mo yung caliber nito, it's also hindi biro. Para naman sa De La Salle Pa, you can see on your screens, well, they also played PNBF but finished bronze. And looking forward to their mother league, upcoming NCAA South naman daw, and there are 11 schools they are going up against. So to be joining this is already very helpful for them in preparation for their upcoming leagues.
Yes, and they are headed by Coach Imelda A. Mendoza. She has been the coach for De La Salle Pa for 9 years already. So they've been together for quite some time and medyo nakilala na niya rin yung mga kanyang mga players. We have a lot of talented girls as well coming from this LaSalle squad. But before that, I'll turn you now over to our floor announcer for the starting lineup.
Starting lineups for both teams, starting with the De La Salle Pa Green Stallions. Team captain number 7, Shane Dimaano. Number 5, Daniel Aldovino. Number 6, Eliana Rocafort. Number 10, Sandra Ramirez. Number 16, Vida Caringal. Number 17, Riza Mamailaw. And the starting libero is number 11, Gabrielle Reyes. Head coach for the Green Stallions is Imelda Mendoza. And now here come the starting lineup for the Grisel Christian College Foundation Lady Wolverines. Their team captain, number 17, Rian Bedural. Number 2, Sherry Acosta. Number 6, Samantha Carianga. Number 10, Francis Rotoni. Number 16, Ashley Mukilias. Number 18, Jomelyn Nadala. And their starting libero is number 7, Lavinia Sasondoncillo. Head coach for the Lady Wolverines is Watamama Makalangan.
Starting lineup for De La Salle pa, we have number 5, Danielle Aldovino, number 6, Aliana Rocafort, number 7, Shane Di Maano, number 10, Sandra Ramirez, number 16, Vida Caringal, number 17, Riza Mamaylao, and for the starting libero, we have Gabrielle Reyes. On the other hand, for GCCF, we have number 2, Sherry Acosta, number 6, Samantha Carianga, number 10, Francis Rotoni, number 16, Ashley Muchilias, number 17, Rian Bedural, number 18, Jomelyn Nadala, and number 7, starting libero, Micah Dalmasio. So stacked starting 6 for both squads. Just to remind everyone, this match is still best of 5, so first squad, best of 3, I'm sorry. So first to win 2 sets will take this match. But before that, this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now. That was a quick point coming from De La Salle pa.
Because of an error, attack error on the side of Gracel. Magpa 5 sets tayo, pero sa ano pa yan? Finals.
Best of 3.
Best of 3 muna tayo. So good intentions for the setter of Gracel. But the ball didn't go over.
As an attempt of a 1-2 play, but miscalculating that hit, putting De La Salle pa up 2-0 here at the first set. Still on the service line, we have Rocafort Aliana. Great serve with a little help from the net. Back row attack by Gracel. And that one falls on the end line and a point, first point of the match for Gracel. Take a look at that set and a perfect attack falling right on that end line.
Good adjustment on the side of Gracel dahil alam nila na hindi naman napunta or maayos yung pag-receive on the first ball, but the setter was able to put the ball up.
Another free ball now given to Lipa. Rocafort will set it up to the open. The open spiker now, Acosta will try. Rocafort back to the opposite. Acosta will try once more. Ramirez. But ball still in play. Longest rally of the match so far early in this first set. Pipe attack this time.
Todo na sila, umpisa pa lang. Now we know what to expect sa mga susunod na rallies.
Quality volleyball.
Excellent coverage and defense for these two teams.
Pipe attack once more for Gracel, but ball still alive. Rocafort will try. And finally getting that point care of Shane Di Maano, the team captain of De La Salle pa, ending that long rally with an attack going cross court.
The display of diligence from these two teams, very obvious, umpisa pa lang. And
Yes,
nobody wants to, to give in. As every point is important.
Amazing serve coming from team captain Di Maano. Back-to-back points for her. Early timeout called by Gracel, Coach Wata. As De La Salle pa is leading here by 3 points.
or maaga pa lang gusto na ma-break dito ni yung coach ng Gazelle, yung momentum na slowly na nabibuild dito ng La Salepa, because if papabayaan nila yun, definitely makukuha nila yung tempo. I'm referring to the De La Salepa as, you know, it's a confidence booster yung last rally nila, lalo na it ended on their favor.
Yes, so far, great talent we're seeing in De La Salepa. You have Di Maano leading so far with 2 markers here at the first set. One of that is a service ace and one of that is a sharp cross-court attack to the libero of Gracel. And she heads to the service deck. Another great serve for her, and that is another ace for Shane Di Maano. 3 points already. Take a look at that service ace.
Yung goal kanina ng coach ng Gracel.
This serve of the game is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojos now.
Now, the goal of being of breaking the momentum I talked about earlier was not successful, and Di Maano back-to-back service aces.
That's her 3rd service ace of the match. Most of her squad's points are coming off her points actually from the service line.
Over reception this time, pero
Great
nakuha ni
anticipation.
Bedoral.
Di Maano was there. Rocafort to Ramirez. Pipe attack for Gracel this time. Rocafort once again to Di Maano. Ball still alive here, saved by the libero. Free ball for Lipa. Another pipe attack for Gracel. Great adjustment coming from their spikers in the back row.
The second longest rally.
Amazing floor defense we're seeing here from by both squads.
You know, that's another lucky break, and that is courtesy of Di Maano. So, sobrang laki ng area na dapat i-cover ng libero ng Gracel si Sason Doncillo. You know, she left that spot open.
Great start here by De La Salepa. Score is 7-1. 6-point lead. Make that 7-point lead. Care of another service ace by Shane Di Maano, team captain of De La Salepa. Her service does not spin at all, but before that, we head on into our first technical timeout. Back from that short break, we see Coach Imelda Mendoza, longtime coach of De La Salepa for 9 years already, giving a few more reminders to her squad. And the lead has now ballooned to 7. Care of Shane Di Maano's service aces. I think she has around 4 already.
Yes.
And 2 attack points from her.
You know, they cannot be complacent. Though lamang sila dito to begin the game. Kasi anytime itong Gracel, looking at the caliber that they have, pwede silang makabawi agad. But that time, Di Maano just taking control of the service area.
Gracel struggling with their first ball, which is why they're unable to set up any plays, but great tactic and strategy here coming from the Lepa squad. Better reception this time. Attack from the opposite. And Gracel finally gets one on the board. Sorry, make that 2.
Gracel just being patient when it comes to their attack. And all they need is one good pass para makakonvert sila ng ganung play.
Attack too long for that's number 5, Aldovino.
Nakita mo yung aggressiveness niya, approach pa lang. But nagkukulang sa flick of the wrist. Kaya lumabas yung bola niya when she hit the ball.
Great approach though coming from Danielle Aldovino. Rocafort will set it up to Aldovino to try once more. And she gets that point off the hands of the blockers of Gracel.
I love how the setter, trusts her spiker. And I'm talking about that's a Rocafort. Para makabawi naman dito yung error from the previous sequence.
And you like how the spikers make sure that mabawi nila yung kanilang mga errors. Although too strong once again, that was palalon of Gracel. Attack error for her.
So they need to be more careful of their errors and limit them as well as the De La Salle pa continues to gain more points. And their lead is quite big now. That's clearly a check. What an attack coming, of course, from this girls in blue.
Great attack coming from, that is Jomelyn Nadala. With an amazing, powerful attack this time. Although, crucial service error there by the Gracel squad.
Just mention about committing errors. Lalo na nasa napaka-crucial niyan kung sa service pa lang. Error na agad.
Yes, especially with an aggressive start from De La Salle pa. Errors are not needed at this point. Free ball though for Lipa. Rocafort. Running attack by Caringal is good.
Yung blockers ng Gracel, si Carianga, of course, and Nadala already in position, anticipating the play or kind of attack na meron itong De La Salle pa. But, in that last sequence, ang taas lang talaga ng reach nitong middle blocker ng Lipa. And that is Caringal, na hindi abot nung blockers ng Gracel. Already is an advantage that La Salle definitely was able to maximize.
On the service deck now, we have Sandra Gabrielle Ramirez of the Green Stallions to serve for her squad.
And they should just be able to sustain itong kalamangan nila. And I just mentioned, keep on working for De La Salle pa. Para naman dito sa Gracel, minimize errors. That's one thing.
Better receive though for Gracel this time. Cross-court attack. Rocafort to Di Maano.
What a defense. Solid block right there by
That is Samantha
Gracel.
Ray Carianga. Great anticipation and great read blocking Di Maano's back row attack. And I think knowing the potential and the caliber that Gracel has, all they have to do is really slowly get their game out, go back to their system, and they'll have an easier time conquering this De La Salle pa squad.
They have to be patient, in being or building their momentum.
Rocafort.
Another good defense, pero this time meron ng coverage.
Attack by Caringal is good.
Well, with the help of the net, na-delay yung pagbaba ng bola. Well, the anticipation again of those players from Gracel. Nawala sila sa position kasi nga na-delay dahil tumama sa net. And that just helps De La Salle pa as they are now leading here in the first set. And another one.
Another lucky service ace
Salamat sa net ang masasabi lang dito ng girls ni Coach Aimee.
That is care of Danielle, Kyla, Marie Altovino. Many service aces here in the first set of our fifth match of today's opening day. Better reception this time by Gracel. Off-speed attack, but defense was there. Altovino blocked at the net, but that block goes out and the ball gets that point.
That's right. Karyangan, nabasa niya kung saan pupunta yung bola, pero pag tama sa kamay niya, the ball went out, and definitely that's in favor of the Salipa.
We are now heading to our second technical timeout. We'll be right back after a short break. Face. Our face of the day is brought to you by Shakey's. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojos now. There's no other better way to spend a Sunday afternoon than by being here at the San Andres Sports Complex here in Manila to witness the first Girls Volleyball Invitational League by Shakey's. As we see Gracel College Foundation versus De La Salle. De La Salle still up 16 to 15. Make that 16 to 16 following that attack error. Karyangan now up to serve for Gracel Christian College Foundation.
No, I like how Coach Aimee, very specific with her instructions sa last na atake na yon from the back. Nakita niya agad kung ano yung mali dahil wala na sa posisyon. Itong kanyang player, that is Ramirez. Mali yung posisyon, kaya naman that ball was hit towards the net. And that is out. Down the line attempt by Saberon.
Substitution though for De La Salle, Di Mayuga in for number 16, Kalingal. And De La Salle all throughout has really had a tremendous volleyball program. They've produced many talented players over the years, such as the likes of Alia Malaluan, Jewel Encarnacion, Justine Hazareno, before they moved to De La Salle Zobel, and of course to the respective college teams, as well as the Maraguinot sisters, Rialo. So always had a good volleyball program in the Lipa side.
Well, at that time, nung nandun pa sila Maluluan, ang head coach pa nila was Coach Reg.
Yes.
They were also a product of La Salle women's volleyball team.
But ever since, they've always a contender as well in the Palarong Pambansa meets. Great volleyball program for them.
And then this is really a good opportunity for all these schools or teams para naman makita. Diba, lalo because what we normally see is the teams from Manila.
Yes.
And now that earlier we saw Bacolod Taytong, of course, from the south. And this one, La Salle pa naman, Batangas, also from the south. And we are looking forward for more teams nationwide, probably in our next tournament.
It's actually my first time to be seeing some of the other teams here kasi usually you really just see UAAP and CAA teams.
Correct.
And this is why it's a great avenue to see players from all over the Philippines show their true potential. And earlier, as you mentioned, we saw Bacolod Taytong beating the first runner-ups in the UAAP Junior. So imagine if they were part of the UAAP tournament. How competitive it would be. Well, it is already competitive, but even more so with other teams. Now going back to the game, De La Salle still up here by 10 big points. Score is 18 to 8. Pipe attack this time.
Solid defense.
Ramirez from the opposite. Although no follow-up on that big coming from Gracel, giving De La Salle pa another point.
Ginagawa nilang napakadali yung volleyball. Looking at the two previous digs na ginawa ng La Salle and Gracel, tapat na tapat sila sa bola. So alam nila paano basahin kung saan papupuntahin ng spiker.
Attack from Acosta. The libero will set it up back to Ramirez, although that's an attack error. But they still have room for some errors as the lead is now still at 10 points. So very comfortable lead for De La Salle pa here at the first set. Let's see if Gracel can still climb up the scoreboard. Another attack though coming from De La Salle pa. That was
Napaka-pulido ng galaw dito ng La Salle and that quick attack, of course, that is
Mama Ilaw, Riza Nicole.
she has been really one of the sparks here for Coach Ivy.
Actually, she's only 16 years old, so a few more years in high school for her. That last serve, too much muscle on that last one for Di Maano. Coach Ivy looking very relaxed, calm, cool, and collected here at the sidelines.
Bakit hindi?
Very big lead. Di Maano to Aldovino.
Good read at the net.
Aldovino will try again. Great approach though coming from her. I really would like to commend the approach of Aldovino. You can see na may gigil talaga at may explosivity yung kanyang approach, although that was an attack error this time.
No back-to-back points here gained by Gracel. Pero kailangan pa nila ng mas marami doon para makadikit dito sa De La Salle pa. As this is a new player comes in to serve for Gracel, Crisostomo. And service ace agad ang kinontribute niya.
And those are the type of players that coaches love to see, yung mga magic bunot na tinatawag natin. Si Leanne Claril Crisostomo. Service ace coming off the bench. Aldovino will try again, and this time, it's good to the cross-court zone.
One good pass. Ganda ng setup. Cross-court attack. And Gracel having a tough time defending yung mga ganong palo ng La Salle pa.
She really avoided the blockers on that last hit.
Pero nabawi agad yon ng isang error.
Too long of a service this time for De La Salle pa. On the service deck now for Gracel Christian College Foundation is Acosta. Sherry Rose Acosta wearing jersey number 2.
Miss hit right there, pero still a good one.
Free ball for Gracel this time. Great read by the libero.
Excellent adjustment para dito kay Saberon.
That was a great tip and great read by Saberon. Adjusting to that set. It was quite close to the net. Pero nagawan pa niya ng paraan. Timeout now called.
That's just back-to-back errors na committed ng La Salle pa. Pero Coach Amy, again, maagang nag-timeout dito as they don't want to Gracel, to gain more points.
Yes, they don't want to be complacent knowing the caliber that Gracel and the talent that Gracel has in their team. Hindi lang nila nilalabas so far in this first set, but we have a lot more volleyball action to see. So let's see kung makakabawi sila at the tail end of this first set and in the second set as well. De La Salle pa at 21 and Gracel at 14. Lipa 4 points away from grabbing this first set. Great.
Over reception at nakabantay na agad doon si Karyanga.
Great anticipation coming from Karyanga this time, coming from an overpass. Great timing from her as well, putting that ball away.
Sharp serve.
Great serve coming from Sherry Rose Acosta. Ang bibigat ng mga service ng mga batang ito.
So that's 3 straight points in an instant para sa Gazelle.
Much needed are the points that we just saw in the last rally. Pipe attack once more for Acosta, but that one too much muscle. Getting a point to De La Salle pa, 3 points away from ending the first set.
Kita mo pagtalon pa lang niya, the way she hit the ball, medyo makikita mo ng alanganin and causing that ball to go out.
And you can see setter Rotoni's trust in Acosta. Puro pipe attacks binibigay kahit nasa likod nga siya. Although a service error for the De La Salle pa Green Stallions.
Ganda ng reception dito. Nagawa ng paraan ni Rocafort.
Libero will set it up to Di Maano in the back, but the Libero was there. Great anticipation coming from, that is Karingal of De La Salle pa, putting that overpass away.
Yung isang napansin ko dito, yung labanan sa net. And some of their receptions sumusobra talaga, alanganin. And it's just that the blockers too aggressive, maganda ang basa, lalo na pagbantay na bantay sa harap ng net.
Fourth once again to Di Maano, breaking down the two-man block, but Boston in play. Free ball for De La Salle pa. 1-2 play is good for Rocafort this time, pushing De La Salle pa to set point here at the first set.
She's really too artistic when it comes to the attacks. It's not just the spiker yung nakakakuha dito ng puntos. Let's see, this is Gracel's opportunity, pero free ball ang ibibigay sa Lipa.
Although there was a violation called on Gracel, 3 point will be given to De La Salle pa. Not the most ideal way of ending a first set, but that'll do for De La Salle pa. Score is 25-17 here at the first set. We'll be right back. back here at the Shakey's Girls Volleyball Invitational League. End of the first set. Let's take a look at our set 1 highlights. Dominant start for De La Salle pa. We have to give credit though to their setter Rocafort in terms of her playmaking abilities, and credit as well de Maano for her service aces. She had about 4 to 5 service aces in that first set. Karingal as well. Many athletes on the De La Salle pa side contributing numbers for their squad. On the other hand, Gracel struggling here to bring out their game and true potential, knowing the powerhouse team that they are. Although we have some efforts and some points coming from Karyanga, Sherry Rose Acosta from the front line and the back row. But let's see if they will be able to bounce back here in the second set as we start things off in a few seconds. To all those watching, you can catch our games live on Plus Network's social media platforms such as TikTok Philippines, YouTube, and their Facebook page. And for Shakey's Philippines' Facebook page, as well as live telecasts on CNN Philippines every 9 a.m. and 12 noon. But before that, this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and mojos now.
Well, this is a better way to start the set for Gracel, and that is Pedural from the middle.
Much needed confidence booster for this Gracel squad.
No, kanina kaya naman nila eh. I mean, they can get good passes, great setup. It's just that naunahan talaga sila dito ng La Salle pa. And of course, it's the Maano services, that really prohibits them to get those points.
Yes, and they were also committing quite a number of errors.
Ang dami nating rallies, and those are really
Quality,
long ones. Yes. Back to back by the team captain.
Pedural of Gracel. Great court awareness on that last hit. Great save by the setter. That was a smart 1-2 play coming from Rocafort.
But nakita niya na nandun si Pedural sa harap, and then she would go for that back drop attack, and successful si Rocafort.
Actually reminds me of the Gia Morado's tricks.
Parang may mata sa likod eh.
Yes.
Alam nilang open yung area na yun.
Back row attack once again. Heavy spike. With a pipe attack once again, and that's good for Nadala.
That's the second attempt of Nadala hitting from the back.
Great approach and great form.
Ang ganda ng timing that time, and here you would like how the setter able to distribute yung mga bola na yun, mapaharap o likod. Another good dig by Nadala.
Great adjust coming from the spiker. Di Maano will try but was blocked. Coverage is there. Free ball for Gracel. Rotoni, adjustment. Though on the side of the spikers, Ramirez from the opposite. Mochilias will try, and that one's good for her.
Yes, Mochilias. The good thing about Gracel this time, lahat nagdi-deliver. Diba, you have Mochilias, sa likod si Nadala, kanina, syempre, the team captain, of course. And this is what they need, diba, na hindi nila nagawa during the first set.
Better start for Gracel so far here. But the response right away by Ramirez to stop the bleeding. Score is now 4-2. Gracel still up. Heavy spike coming from Ramirez.
I like the characters of these two teams. Laban talaga ang laban every point. No, they made sure no, it will end on their favor.
Dimaano again on the service line. She is a great server.
Excellent dig by the libero. But that is a violation already out.
That save went out of the antenna, so the point will be awarded to Gracel as that is a violation. Bederal on the service line, short serve for her. Aldovino goes cross court. Rotoni will give it to the open side, but that one again goes out of the antenna. Point will be awarded to De La Salle pa.
Medyo mahirap na talaga yung setup na yon para mabawi masyadong malapit sa net. And Costa is not really a tall player. Nagawa naman niya ng paraan but still violation on their end was committed.
Costa will try again.
Too low of an attack para dito kay
Ramirez.
Yes.
Tag error for her on that last play. Gracel still up by 3. Score is 6-3 here at the second set. La Salle pa up 1-0 as well for those just tuning in right now. Although a service error coming from Sherry Rose Acosta cuts the lead down to 2. Attack by Mochilias. Rocafort will give it to Karingal. Rotoni.
Miscommunication.
Ramirez with the back row attack. Drop ball, but Aldovino was there. Karingal with a power tip. Although miscommunication between the libero and the middle blocker of Gracel.
You know, really when hesitation kicks in, doon talaga kayo magkakamali. So in that last sequence, hindi na nag-usap. Itong si libero ng Gracel and the middle attacker.
Ramirez now to serve.
Pero magandang bawi naman yon on their end as Ramirez commits service error. Mochilias, the lefty, kita natin itong mga kargadong atake din niya.
Service now, that was Ashley Mochilias. Attack by Karingal in the middle.
Good defense by the libero. That's Karabot. Excellent read. Again.
Great for defense coming from Gracel. Another great pickup there by Gracel. They definitely deserve that point on that last one. All of everything that Karingal was throwing at them was all powerful tips and powerful hits. But Nadala ending that rally. We'll be back after this first technical timeout. This Shakey Super Fan of the Day is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojo's now. These are our super fans of the game cheering on for Gracel.
Super mamas as well. Ang sarap sa pakiramdam, makita mo yung magulang mo nag-cheer sa'yo all out. Lalo na pag naglalaro ka. Added motivation as well. Kapag ikaw yung nasa floor.
Mas gaganahan ka.
Yan, tunay. That's right. Good defense that time by Gracel, and that is courtesy of that Dalmasio. Yung Maika Estrelin Dalmasio. Ganda ng follow-up niya doon actually. No coverage. Era, that's another point. Mochilias.
Timeout now called by DLSL as Gracel's lead is ballooning 10-5. They're 5 points up here at the second set.
Sila naman yung nawawalan dito ng first ball. Kanina during the first set, it was Gracel na hindi nila mahanap yung first ball nila, hindi sila makakonvert, hindi sila makabasa ng maayos. And this is what has happened now on the side of La Salepa.
That's right. Earlier in the first set, De La Salepa with a dominant lead, but this time Gracel started the second set really better compared to the first set that they had. So the importance of starting strong really will kind of give way and confidence to how the whole set will put out. But of course, let's see if De La Salepa can still bounce back here early on in the second set.
That's right. Well, at least for these two teams, diba, dapat maaga silang nag-init at umarangkada as Gracel takes on another point here due to an error
That
by
was a double
Lipa.
contact. As you mentioned earlier, Sheila, they're struggling with their reception. Better reception though this time around. Attack by Aldovino.
Excellent play by Karabot again, and that time everyone on the bench, including the bench rather of Gracel, applauding and celebrating.
And this is what I was saying earlier, that they just have to go back to their system and play the way that they truly play. And now we're starting to see the true Gracel squad and true talent that they have. Missed timing there, but ball still goes over the net for Kalingal. Free ball for Gracel. Rotoni with a 1-2 play. Dimaano from the back. Free ball for De La Salepa. Attack by Kalingal. Sails out. Point will be awarded to Gracel College.
You know, every rally, bawat talo na makikita mo, ay the factor would be patibayan talaga ng loob. Kung gaano ka kasigurado sa bawat hampas mo, kung paano mo mababasa ng maayos yung palo ng kalaban mo, and then be able to convert that. That's what is happening right now sa Gracel.
Another back row attack care of Mochilias. Libero will set it up to Aldovino. Rotoni, back row attack to Acosta. Free ball once again for Gracel. Rotoni will try and give it to Nadala. Another long rally we're seeing here. Nadala tries to end the rally but was blocked. Great coverage as well. Aldovino, and that one falls right on the line for her.
Love the heart, passion and hard work. Ang mga bata to na nakita natin kanina pa first set. Few long and quality rallies ang nakita natin pero wala talagang bumibigay.
You'd really love to see, and volleyball fans would really love to see such young girls playing with so much heart and the willingness to win their first match of the season. Another back row attack, that was Aldovino. Nadala will try to end the rally, and that one's good. You can see see the Gracel fans enjoying up on their feet. Although a substitution this time, Saberon for Dalmasio of Gracel.
Kapag pagkakatulad yan sa Gracel, malaki yung lamang nila. Lahat ng galaw na parang napakadali. Bawat palo ng Lipa, nakikita nila kung saan pupunta. But on the side of Lipa, they showed the same kind of movement, but it's just that hindi sila makakonvert right here.
They seem lighter now, their aura on the court. That way, it's easier to play. Another service ace for, that is Saberon, bagong pasok ng Gracel.
What a serve by Saberon. No, ito yung mga situations wherein yung second unit mo, you'll need them more. Diba? Lalo na sa ganitong sitwasyon, sinasabi nga ng coach ko before, the second unit is as important as the first. Kaya dapat pag binunod ka anytime, you should be ready, and able to deliver.
Definitely, but before that, we now head on into our second technical timeout. You can hear the cheering squad of DLSL cheering squad, and I mean the parents, mommies and daddies of our girls cheering on. all
First
the
day
way
pa
from
lang
Lipa.
natin yan, First game pa lang nila.
Yes, and traveling all the way from Lipa, I have heard that
Yes.
numalakbay pa sila mula Lipa all the way here to Manila. So much commitment from these girls.
And the parents as well.
Rotoni back row to Acosta. Acosta breaking down the double block from a pipe attack. Even the coaches up on their feet with that amazing attack coming from Sherry Rose Acosta.
She's not the tallest, of the attackers, pero nakikita mo yung approach niya, very explosive, full swing, and definitely, ang hampas na ibibigay nito is as much as powerful to their opponents. They are now, having an 11-point lead in our second set.
The tides have turned in the first set, and in the first set, DLSL, this is what the score looked like for them. But now, Gracel now up 18-6 here at the second set.
Saberon hindi napapagod sa service area. It's time for Coach Aimee, to call for timeout. DLSL just needs one good pass. Yun ang nawala sa kanila
Yes.
With the kind of tempo na meron itong Gracel, na simula pa lang sa service area, kargado na sila at ganun yung confidence that they will get a point from the service area. Yun naman yung nawala on the side of Lipa.
Definitely, and it's showing because they're unable to get the balls to their setter, which is why they're unable to set up any plays. Kaya di sila maka-atake. Gracel, everything going well on their side of the court. Ball will remain with them. On the service deck now, we still have, that is Saberon. Akisha Julia Saberon with 3 service aces so far in the match. Better reception this time for DLSL. Great save by Acosta. Free ball though for DLSL.
And that time, again, just taking advantage of Rotoni in front. Dahil mas maliit nga ito and she was successful by using her left hand pa for that shot.
Substitution though for De La Salle pa, Di Mayuga in for Karingal. Service specialist of De La Salle pa.
What a floater. That was a good first ball for Gracel. Miscommunication on the side of La Salle pa. What a good dig this time.
Attack by Nadala.
Solo block right there by the team captain. Definitely hindi niya pinapabayaan.
That was care of Rian Margaret Bedural. Great net presence by the team captain, as you mentioned. Denied that power tip of Lipa.
All smiles on the side of Gracel. Ito mo nga parang ang ganda, ang linis ng galaw nila. Reception, set up. Mabasa din naman ng La Salle pa yan. And good coverage that time.
Their block coming from, that was Bedural. Rotoni will now, running attack by Bedural. After that solid block, going up for that running attack.
Now I would commend this time, of course, the libero. One good pass. And the setup that time of Rotoni, just really, maximizing the skill that her attackers have. And hindi yun na-recognize ng depensa ng La Salle pa. Nadala was there to put the ball up. Babawi si Mochillas.
Although an attack error coming from Aldovino pushes Gracel's score up to 21 and 7 for De La Salle pa.
Good first ball. And finally, we felt Di Maano sa attack once again. Medyo tumahimik siya, for this part of the match.
Still on the service line, that's number 6. Aliana Margaret Rocafort, the setter of the Green Stallions. Great reception by the libero of Gracel. Acosta with a powerful attack and a great play coming from the setter Rotoni.
Parang mas matangkad pa siya kay Bedural dahil sa play na yan. She was entrusted by Rotoni to hit that ball from the middle.
And I've been hearing a lot from people and volleyball fans regarding Acosta that she is not so tall of a player but a very high leaper, and she produces a lot of points, and so far she's starting to heat up here in the second set. Gracel now 2 points away from snatching this second set.
Well, she has done a lot so far for the team. Kaya naman ganito kalaki ang kanilang kalamangan.
Mochillas with an attack cross court, but ball still alive.
Good adjustment by Bedural. Nakita niya na medyo dikit na yung setup na yon ni Rotoni, but still, that's the test of how fearless you are, lalo na pag nasa harap ka ng net.
And changing her mind mid-air. She was going for that spike, but decided to drop instead, although there was a net violation called on
Gracel, yes, too excited that time. Etong si Acosta, kaya naman nahawakan niya yung net, but still, they can, give up, a few errors like that. They are still on top.
Timeout was called by Coach Wata of Gracel, just wanting to make sure that they end this set the right way, as they are trying to push this match into 3 sets, the deciding set, which will also be played until 25.
Tama ang hula natin dito, Kayla. Abot talaga tayo ng 3 sets.
Well, honestly, it didn't look like it in the first set, but because of how the tides and momentum has shifted to the Gracel side, it could really be anybody's game. Whoever continues, if Gracel can continue to play the way they're playing right now, or if De La Salle pa continues to play the way they're playing early on in the first set. Dimaano now on the service deck. A great way to end the second set with a power tip coming from Acosta.
Oh, that's the lefty, right?
Yes, that was
Mochilias. That's Ashley Mochilias.
set 1, 25-17. Set 2, 25-9 in favor of Gracel College. We'll be right back after this short break. Another great second set we saw earlier. Let's take a look at our set 2 highlights. This time, Gracel with a dominant start, and all throughout the whole set, they played tremendously with help from their magic bunot sa Beron. Attacks coming from team captain Rian Bederal and Sherry Acosta together with Nadala.
Lahat talaga nag-contribute on the side of Gracel, and umpisa pa lang, they really wanted, to get the second set and extend it, at yun nga yung nangyari. And it's a big deal for them because they are able to stop the offense and defense of La Salle pa.
Medyo baliktad nga ang nangyari sa first set and second set, but we will see in this last and deciding set who will take today's match in their respective pool. Both squads very talented and hungry to win. Let's see if Lepa can bounce back from that second set
that they had. One thing that I am amazed actually from these girls, sanay na sila na makuhanan ng camera at naglalaro. They don't really mind. They feel comfortable already, lalo na kahit may camera na nakatutok sa kanila.
And actually, that's a big factor as well, especially at a very young age. Sometimes medyo conscious ka pa na may fans, na may drums, or camera. But these girls very experienced in terms of playing in the big leagues. To start things off for us here in the third set, we have number 16. But before that, this set is brought to you by Shakey Super Delivery. Order your favorite thin crust pizza and chicken and Mojos now. That was number 18, Nadala.
Yes.
De La Salle pa with drawing first blood here at the third set.
Back-to-back points in an instant for La Salle pa.
Great serve coming from the setter, Rocafort. And usually, yung napapansin ko, setters are usually great servers. Why is that so?
Mas kargado sila pagdating sa serve. I think it's because yun lang yung way nila para makadagdag ng puntos.
Yes.
Because it's very rare for a setter to get points. Diba, not unless makapag-drop ka nang walang nakuha. But when it comes to the service area, dun mo mabibigay talaga yung lakas mo in a way.
Yeah, so finding a way to create points as well for their team. But a response this time from Gracel, putting a score on the board.
Kung mapapansin mo kanina pagdating sa Gracel, they get more points from the back. You know,
Yes,
yeah.
The setter keeps giving pipe attacks, opportunities for pipe attacks, especially for Acosta and Nadala. Although Acosta with the adjust there this time, tipping it over the hands of two blockers.
Good first ball.
That was a great cross-court attack coming from De La Salle pa.
Kasi naman in that last sequence, if you will see, no, medyo late na dito yung blockers ng Gracel. No, it's going to be a domino effect kasi mawawala din sa posisyon yung dumidepensa sa floor.
I believe that was Di Maano on the last point. Great combination play this time.
Si Acosta talaga yung tumatapos pag may combination play. She has done it a few times already and very successful.
And there's so many decoys coming in. You have Bedoral going in with a fake approach as well as the open spiker.
You know, the blockers in front of De La Salle, it makes it easier for her sa mga options niya kasi isa lang yung nag-block. Ganyan din ang ginawa ng La Salle pa in that last sequence, hitting that from the middle.
Response though, that was a response coming from Mamaylao. Riza Nicole Mamaylao of De La Salle pa. Again, this girl is only 16 years young. So much potential in her. Ramirez from the back, dug up by the libero. Rotoni back to Mochilias, and finally gets that point off the double block of De La Salle pa.
Kung wala talagang sinasayang itong Gracel, every time Rotoni gives them the ball, so talaga they make sure to get that point and end that in their favor. Lahat ng babigyan niya yata si Acosta, si Nadala, hindi nasasayang.
Karinga hitting that ball too long. No flick of the wrist in that last rally.
Nakita niya kasi nung pag-angat niya, walang blocker, walang sumabay sa kanya, already an advantage. Pero minsan kapag nanggigil ka kasi nakakalimutan mo eh.
Too much muscle on that last serve by Acosta. Way too strong.
No, this time Ramirez serving for La Salle. She's been quiet. No, very different from the first set na nakita natin siya.
Now, I knew that that was gonna translate into a point because of that aggressive approach coming from Mochilias once again. Take a look at that replay. Buong katawan kasama sa palo na yun.
I like the rotation na meron itong Gracel kasi bawat ikot nila, naman meron talagang pumupuntos. No, there's no player na they look after. I mean, lahat sila nakaka-contribute. Mapaharap man yan at mapalikod just like that. And that's a service ace from Mochilias. Back-to-back points. Itong lefty na to.
And as you were saying, Sheila, a lot or all of the players of Gracel are contributing. It's not just one player. You have Acosta, Saberon, earlier in the second set, Mochilias, Bedural, and Nadala.
Kaya parang hindi sila napapagod because Rotoni is able to distribute the ball evenly to her attackers kahit nasaan man sila. But this time it's going to be a free ball for Lipa. Excellent defense by Rotoni.
Back row attack again.
Walang pito yung referee. Akala nilang ng Gracel that's a violation.
Yes.
But there was none. So that point will go to Lipa.
And I remember that's what my coach would always tell me when I was in high school. Never stop until there's a whistle.
Yes.
Because sometimes hindi rin nakikita ng mga referees natin. Great attack coming from Di Maano.
Naibalik agad ng libero yun.
Sneaky 1-2 play, although nabasa ng mga spikers at defenders ng Gracel. Ball still alive here. Rotoni to the back row. Di Maano will try again. Wow.
What a save!
Great save by Acosta.
Yes.
Looking like a libero.
Miscommunication on the side of Gracel. That's Sason Doncillo and Acosta in the back.
Great rally on that last one. Although, nagkalituhan sila. But we'll be right back after this short break. Back from that short break, we have Gracel at 7 and De La Salle pa at 8. Lipa only up by 1 point, but a substitution here for Gracel. Again, this set will be played till 25 as we are having a best of 3 match for our preliminary rounds. Both squads 1 set apiece. And to serve, we have Aldovino from De La Salle pa. Outside.
What's a momentum breaker on the side of Coach Aime's girls. So sila yung hindi maka-build ng momentum dito. But a while Gracel, they're able to sustain it, pero hindi nila magawa katulad ng second set.
Better pass this time for De La Salle pa. Di Maano will try. And a great attack coming from her, targeting the sharp cross-court zone.
That's what what Lipa needs at this time. So it's Di Maano's aggressiveness when it comes to her offense that they miss during the second set.
Substitutions though for Gracel, we have Palalon in and Monte as well. Second unit of Coach Wata. I'm sure they have a strong second unit as well, as we saw earlier sa Beron coming in and doing damage on the side of Gracel.
Bedoral nalunod doon sa setup ni Monte. That's too high, I believe, for Bedoral.
Yes, Bedoral came in for a quick set, but as you mentioned,
Differential yung setup sa kanya ni Monte.
Monte will give it to the open. Although that goes straight to the net. Substitutions right away. Machilia's back in.
Oh, that's a
Rotoni
quick
as well.
one. Yes. And the goal is to give this girl some, resting time. Kasi kanina pa to, dalawang to, Natalia and Rotoni, na tumatrabaho for Gracel. Pero that, easily gave LaSalle their 3-point advantage because of the back-to-back errors. Bibigay sa LaSalle ang free ball. Bedoral able to close that one at the net and check down the line attack. Di Maano once again.
Timeout though called by Coach Wata of Gracel, as De La Salle Paz having a mini run of their own here at the third set. De Maano with a down the line kill. Very heavy spike. Coach Aimee as well giving reminders in terms of ball contact to that's Mamay Lau and to her other spikers as well. It could really be anybody's ball game so far.
LaSalle pa really hard, working hard for every point. Naman hindi yung error, yung puntos nila, hindi error ng Gracel yun. It's their effort, actually.
Although a service error on the side of De La Salle pa pushes the lead down to 3 this time. Great short serve coming from Nadala. Di Maano from the back and gets that one to the block of Bedural. Sorry, that was Aldovino.
Hitting from the back, yes. Nabasa ni Bedoral pero there was no coverage on their end. And they just let that ball hit the floor. We are already on the 13th mark. So that means magpapalit na po tayo ng court because we are already in our third set. Gracel, committing their errors. But it's De La Salle Paz diligence when it comes to gaining more points, lalo na pagdating sa depensa at opensa nila.
Great serve there coming from Rocafort. Acosta with a cross-court attack. And that one's good.
Kasi sobrang lakas ng palo nito ni Acosta, hindi na yun makontain ng libero nila sa that's Reyes. Natapatan niya but still.
Very powerful and high leaper spiker we have here in the likes of Acosta.
That's a lucky point for LaSalle pa. Kumawit lang yung bola sa tape ng net. Minsan talaga yun yung mas mahihirap na basahin kasi hindi mo alam kung saan papatak yung bola once, it rolls over the net. Yep.
So scores now 14-10. Lepa up by 4 points. Great adjust. Ramirez from the opposite. Another great attack coming from her off the hands of the blocker this time. That was a two-man block coming from Gracel.
Service ace. And binababat. Rather, umaangat palalo ang kalamangan dito ng La Salle pa.
We're now at our second technical timeout. We'll be back after this short break. To all our viewers, you can watch our games live on Plus Network's media platforms such as Facebook, TikTok Philippines, YouTube, and for Shakey Super League on their Facebook page, as well as live telecast on CNN Philippines every 9 a.m. and 12 noon, and the late telecast as well on Solar Sports. Or you can also come here to the San Andres Sports Complex here in Manila to watch the games live.
Yes, this is Ramirez. So being able to get that shot. Ganda ng naging angulo niya dito. At hindi nga yun nabantayan ng depensa ng Gracel.
De La Salle Paz lead ballooning to 7 points. They had many runs of their own. Make that 8. So an 8-point lead now as we approach the end of our third set. Great server.
Out of position and miscommunication ang nangyari in that last sequence sa Gracel. Kaya walang kumuha.
Another ace once again for Di Maano. Amazing server.
And that time it's a good read by Karabot.
Serve goes wide for Di Maano. This time, Bederal to serve for Gracel. Great reception by the libero of Lepa. Aldovino with a perfect attack on the end line.
That ball just fell in between, the defense. That's Nadala. Again, in the back row, there was no attempt kung sino yung makakuha ng bola or probably too fast of a hit para dito sa La Salle pa. Rocafort getting the first ball. That's quite an attack coming from La Salle pa. And that actually extends the lead of this girls of Coach Aimee to 10. And it's this time it's looking at the huddle of Gracel. Nahayaan na lang sila ni head coach what to discuss among themselves. Ano ba yung kailangan nilang gawin? And definitely that is just to get the first pass. Good reception para makakonvert sila. That's what happened in the second set. Alam mo, ang ganda na naging simula nila. Everything seems fluid from the pass to the set to the offense. Pero nawala yan. No, when we started the third set and noong sunod-sunod ng pumuntos sa itong La Salle pa.
as you were saying, the importance of having a great pass. Because once, that's the first touch in volleyball. So once you don't have a perfect pass, or if you're unable to get that ball up, your setter is unable to create any plays. And you need your plays to, of course, score some points. Although that timeout looking to be effective for Gracel as they score a point right after the timeout called by Coach Wata.
Well, it's necessary for Gracel to have that steadiness kahit na malaki yung lamang dito ng lipa. And that's the only way for them para makahabol. And again, Dala, hitting that hard violation committed this time by Lasalipa. A good first ball of fourth. The quick attack that is successful for Lasalipa. Wala talaga dumipensa sa net pagdating sa side.
Yes, no blockers to be found at all for Karingal, and she is not someone you should leave open, as she is very tall and aggressive in terms of her quick attacks, and that was another amazing attack coming from her. Free ball though once again for De La Salipa. Rocafort will give it to another running attack by Karingal.
Kanina sa harap, ngayon naman sa likod. What a luxury, right, for the libero Rocafort. Lalo na pag nakakakuha siya ng ganong kagandang pasa. And that allows her to definitely, be more creative pagdating sa set plays na.
You're able to take advantage of the perfect passes coming from libero, that is Reyes. Another free ball for De La Salipa and another perfect pass, but this time Rocafort taking advantage of a 1-2 play opportunity.
Bigla na lang napako dito pagdating sa depensa. Itong Gracel, and looking at that, there are 5 girls na tumingin lang doon sa drop ball na yon.
And Rocafort knows how to deceive her 1-2 plays very well. This time, Ramirez now on the service line. They're at match point. That is De La Salipa. But a point saved here by Gracel.
Hindi pa tapos ang laban para dito sa Gracel. Still on serving, this is Mochilias. She has done, really well for this game. And adding to her point is another service ace.
Great serve there by Mochilias. Let's see if she can sustain her time on the service deck, as De La Salipa is already at match point. And right on cue.
Yes.
Back-to-back service aces here for Mochilias. Much needed for the Gracel squad.
Wala ka nang dapat ikunin pag ganito yung sitwasyon ninyo. Talagang tapang lang ang meron ka. And that's what this girl has, to get those back-to-back points. And that will sail out. That's 3 points straight.
Coach Ivy will be calling a timeout just to make sure that her girls don't let go of this lead, as Gracel's having a mini run of their own. 3 straight points care of Mochilias on the service line, followed by an attack error by Ramirez. Just making sure that they end this match with a win. You never really want to be complacent until that score hits 25.
Still a long way for Gracel para mahabol to, but then Kanina, nangyari yon in our previous game. Miscommunication, sort of, but naitawid naman yon ng La Salle.
Although Vino will try once more.
Solid defense at the net for Gazelle. And violation was called against Gazelle, and that will end their campaign and trying to steal this win from De La Salle.
De La Salle getting their first win of the season. Hard-fought win, we could say, as this match extended to 3 sets. And we saw the quality action. 25-17, 25-9, 25-17 in favor of De La Salle. We'll be right back after a short break. of the day, De La Salle winning in 3 sets. And of course, our player who stood out the most today is none other than Dimaano. She was tremendous on the service line. 17 points, that is Shane Dimaano. A force on the service line, and of course with her attacks and leadership on the court, being the team captain of De La Salle.
Yes, congratulations, Shane. Well, Shane, pag-usapan natin yung nangyari nung second set. The score was 25-9. Pero paano kayo bumawi on the third set? What do you think was the key para makuha niyo yung panalo na yun?
Parang nung second set po kasi, nagkulang po talaga kami sa receive. Pati po, more on, nag-error po kami. So, parang nung nakabawi naman po kami, new mindset po kami na kailangan makabawi, kailangan enjoy pa din. And composure po, hindi naman po lahat perfect. So, kailangan po lahat kalisan. Yun lang po.
Being the team captain of your team, how were you able to rally your teammates when you were down at the second set?
Nung ano lang po, nung mga nag-down na, kailangan lagi lang enjoy and hanapin yung bright side sa mga negative na nangyayari. Kailangan lang isipin na okay lang yan, makakabawi. Babawi lagi. Hindi pa naman tapos yung game. Yun lang po.
Siyempre, maraming nanonood at sumusuporta sa inyo. Pwede ka naman bumati sa kanila.
Hello po! Hi po sa aking family, Dinaan family, Wadinis family, Rizana family. Hello po!
Mga teammates mo.
And sa mga team ko po, sobrang love na love ko. Hi guys, I love you all. And lalo na po sa sumusuporta sa DLSL at continue supporting us po. Thank you po.
Congratulations again, Shane De Maano. You get a free pizza from Shakey's together with rewards and perks as well. Let's take a look at our set 1 highlights or our game highlights. For set 1, again, we saw a dominant start for De La Salle Pa. Credit to Rocafort for her playmaking. Of course, Shane De Maano, our player of the game, together with Karingal. And Gracel struggling here to bring out their game.
That's correct. No, nakitaan natin ang hesitation sa Gracel on the first set. Kaya naman that really stop them from displaying kung ano talaga yung meron sila. Pero ang ganda naman ng naging bawi nila on the second set. It was all about hard work. These two teams displayed and we saw that all throughout this match. At I really want to commend itong mga playmakers nila. Si Rocafort, of course, for the De La Salle Pa. And pagdating naman sa kabila, itong setter, si Rotoni ng Gracel Christian, because pagdating ng second set, talagang nakita natin how Gracel, able to maneuver and display what they're made of.
Yes, baliktad nga ang nangyari for the first set and the second set. Second set, we had contributions from Carrie Rose Acosta on the Gracel side. We have to give credit to her, as well as Rotoni for her playmaking. We also have Bedoral, Ashley Mochilias, all in the side of Gracel. On the other hand, for De La Salle Pa, we have Aldovino, De Maano, of course, first set and second set, both big contributions, and Sandra Ramirez as well. Moving on to our third set.
This is where we saw how De Maano, carry her team on her shoulders, displaying leadership at the same time, taking advantage kung ano talaga yung meron sila, scoring from the open sa harap, pa sa likod, and that service aces really doing well on the side and being in favor of the girls in green.
Yes, both in totality, they're both very talented teams. My first time to actually see Gracel play, very good squad, filled with so much potential, and of course, De La Salle Pa with an outstanding volleyball program still shine brighter in today's match.
That's correct. At marami pa tayong aabangan. This is just their first game on our first day.
Up next, we still have one last game. Before that, our stats 25-17, 25-9, but here's our match summary.
It was De La Salle Pa really showing supremacy when it comes to their attacks. Pagdating din sa service ace, grabe, 24 to only 14 of Gracel, and they were able to limit their errors to only 2. That's really a huge advantage na na-maximize nila na hindi naman ito nagawa ng Gracel all throughout the 3 sets.
Of course, care of Shane De Maano again with that aces 10. At least the difference in terms of both service aces. But don't go away. We still have one last game for you in our opening day. De La Salle Zobel versus Emilio Aguinaldo College for our game coming up soon. Again, I am Kayla Reyes together with my partner Sheila Salaysay. We'll be right back for more volleyball action.